So Resident Evil as a franchise has been very, very successful. Unlike other unfortunate franchises, says by Capcom, like Mega Man, okay, which, yeah, Mega Man is still nowhere to be seen. Full spoilers of Requiem. There's a few other innovations. Some I know, some I don't know of all of them. A small handful I don't mind selling. They're the best working on. Achieve a good performance in an open world designed by areas like Raccoon City, along with a vehicle to travel around it. The combat with Leon is seeing huge innovations. Honestly, The Last of Us Part 2 isms, but it's also its own innovations. Can switch between first and third person. New ratings by Sour Engine as well. Yeah. From Pragmata. They made new advanced AI. The stalker bosses Grace's brother and Alyssa, this is revealed early in the game. Grace's brother supported the story. There's a big connection with the Umbrella Corporation. Requiem serves a conclusion for everything that began with Resident Evil Zero and allow Capcom to explore new stories and characters in the future. For future titles, it will not be a requirement to have everything to serve in the series' history. So that means Requiem is kind of like the Avengers Infinity War and Endgame of Resident Evil, which means after this Resident Evil game, they can have a whole new cast of characters, which I think for a lot of people will be very exciting because we have kind of stuck with the same characters since 1996. Wait, when did it first was it? Since the 90s, and yeah, a lot of these characters have been seen as like mascots for the Resident Evil series, but I think Capcom wants to introduce new series characters to the series. They have done throughout the past couple of entries, but have mostly stuck to the same characters that we all know and love. Capcom wants to move away from games being set in the year they came out in, since development takes too long now. Future games can be set anywhere in the timeline as well, which means there'll be new Resident Evil games that allow new characters instead of the old characters as well. Resident Evil Zero gets some formal reboot in that last year, as we know, not unusual for Resident Evil games. Right when we don't know in the scale of reboot. Next big Resident Evil game should be another new Resident Evil game releasing. Not a remake, not a spin-off, but a new big budget affair. Requiem and Zero are scheduled to come out in 2027 and 2028. So yeah, and you know what's funny? They're starting to make they talk about how these games take longer to develop, but they're still putting them out in like a 4 to 3 year fashion, timely fashion, which I think is still pretty good because hey, you can still have these remakes and reboots as well, okay? And you can still have Requiem come out next year, which I think that's when it's coming out. And Zero could come out in 2027, 2028 as well. Requiem, I think Resident Evil, it's Resident Evil 9 coming out 2026 as well. But yeah, unlike other IPs and franchises, it seems that Capcom is still making, new games in a very timely fashion as well. Okay, like Monster Hunter is probably gonna get a new game in like 2028, 2029. Like every 3 to 4 years is how it used to be. I know back in the day it was like 2 years, but even like big budget movies now, like it's still 3 to 4 years between a major movie. Like Godzilla, the last movie 2024, and then we have to wait until 2027 for the next Godzilla movie. Because the Godzilla movies, I think they take time to make. I think with the Sonic movies, even like those movies, like Sonic 3 released in 2025, the next one released in 2027, so it's still 2 years from the last movie as well. But even like movies, like even they take longer. Like Avatar movies, they took it's 3 years between the last one and this one, and of course like an ungodly amount of years between the first and second. But yep, that's what's this video here. Goodbye.